Welcome back, everybody, to another edition of the Athlete Inquirer. My name is Justin Kish. Thank you so much for checking out today's video. If you guys are new to the YouTube channel, make sure you guys check out our links to our Twitter and Facebook down below, as well as subscribe to our channel. You guys will get daily coverage in the world of professional wrestling, football, baseball, basketball. We got you guys covered of just about every sport, in the world. We're going to be the deepest sports blog and sports radio show on YouTube and on the internet. So make sure you guys please show your support to us and give us the the best advice. Give us anything that you guys can give us down below in the comments, and leave your guys' comments about today's topic down below in the description. So today, guys, let's go right in and talk about the newest addition to NXT, and that is Mr. Austin Aries. Austin Aries is, very well known in TNA, becoming the TNA World Champion, from 2012. His reign in TNA as the World Champion, starting back in 2012 at Destination X, had one of the biggest stories in TNA in 2012, and as well as going on into the year 2013. He has done a whole lot for TNA. He was one of the foundations of the later days of TNA. One of the hottest superstars on the roster. He was a one-time TNA World Tag Team Champion. He was a fifth-time Triple Crown winner. Very, very well known during his later days in TNA, or his early days in TNA, known as Austin Star. Wasn't the greatest. It was not too hot. His early days in wrestling were better highlighted. During his 3 or 4 year run in ROH, or it even goes beyond that. So before even making his run in TNA, he was an independent wrestler, wrestling as Austin Aries, but it was mainly more known in Ring of Honor. Austin Aries, like I said, has made a big name for himself in TNA, going really mainstream. You guys go back and look at the Destination X main event of 2012, and you'll understand as to why, Austin Aries was one of the biggest build-ups and probably a very, under-the-radar candidate for Superstar of the Year in 2012. He has done a whole lot. He won, he took on, the world. He gave up his X Division title to get an opportunity at the TNA World Heavyweight Championship. He did that, and he won with flying colors. And, I have always felt that Austin Aries could be a star in World Wrestling Entertainment. Is he a main event caliber guy? I sure think so. I think that this is going to be going down the time of, later down the years. I know right now, WWE is signing a lot of independent wrestlers, guys like AJ Styles. AJ Styles is a guy who a lot of people are really, excited for. I'm pumped for AJ Styles to come over. Everybody is a huge AJ Styles fan. There's not one person I don't know that's not a fan of AJ Styles. WWE is rating a lot of New Japan Pro Wrestling stars, and how shockingly they kept Austin Aries underneath our nose is beyond me. This is an opportunity for new talent to get promoted up to the main roster. We saw a lot of huge superstars get the call up to the WWE in 2015. Guys like Tyler Breeze was called up there. There's a couple of guys at the tip of my tongue. Oh man, what's this? There's a couple of guys, but you guys get the picture. What I'm talking about. So I think what they're going to be doing is they're going to be making some huge moves up to the main roster. I think guys like Samoa Joe, Finn Balor, Sami Zayn was also called up in 2015, but now he's back down in NXT for some reason. There's a lot of great moves that could be put up. Some superstars that should actually be on the main roster. At the end of 2015. Guys like Samoa Joe. Sami Zayn should have just immediately gone back up to the main roster. There's no way for it. There's no reason for him to go back down to NXT because he wants to be a 2-time NXT champion. I just don't understand that. I think that him and Kevin Owens could be one of the hottest commodities in storyline mode. But I'm trying to stay on subject here and talk about Aries. But like I said, I think this is going to be a move that's really going to help out NXT. It's going to bring in some independent wrestling fans. I think that it's going to be a great move for NXT in the immediate future. There's going to be more some newer superstars. So we're going to see a whole new talent down in NXT. I cannot wait what they have in store for Austin Aries. Maybe they can end up putting him a match between him and Joe if Joe is not called up beforehand. There's just a lot of things you can do with Austin Aries, and his impact in NXT is going to be huge. If he's going to be a full-time NXT superstar, I know they had that run with James Storm. James Storm had a couple of matches on NXT, but he didn't sign the WWE contract. He was only a partial, a part-time superstar with the promotion down in NXT, but nothing really came about it. I think that the WWE could have really hit gold with James Storm and how much of a fan favorite he is down at Full Sail University, but nothing really came about James Storm. I know he had a match with Danny Burch, and I think I want to say it was Baron Corbin he had another match with. I could be wrong. But regardless of the fact, James Storm was, 2 matches and he's back down to TNA. So, hopefully, James Storm coming back over to the WWE could be a thing in the future and get over and bring over some of these veteran guys that could really, make some spark down at NXT. I cannot wait to see, what they have in store for Austin Aries. Maybe that Austin Aries and Joe can have a match. That's a match I've been wanting to see. I know they had I think they had a match or two over in TNA. I'm just excited to see, what they have in store for Austin Aries. I think this is a guy that can eventually end up winning the NXT World Heavyweight Championship if he signs as a full-time superstar. So let me hear your guys' opinion about this. My name is Justin Kish for the Athlete Inquirer, and I'll catch you guys in our next